All right, let's test out the acceleration. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right behind me, we have a TV star. This is a 2003 Corvette Z06, 405 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission. And it was on Wheelers Dealers. If you guys want to find out full details, click on the link below, underside shots, a full gallery, and this test drive. Let's do it. Let's start off with the overall condition. I would rate this one easily a 7 out of 10. That's a 70% out of 100. Mileage is a little bit higher, but remember this was completely serviced. So this has a new clutch, a new harmonic balancer. The tires are from 2024 and they have about 95% tread on them. Also the brakes were done. So you essentially have a turnkey 405 horsepower manual transmission machine that is super fun to drive. Paint condition is the reasoning and wear condition is the reasoning for that 7 out of 10. You do have minor imperfections on the roof. Looks like someone overbuffed, and this is a typical issue for the C5 Z06, the hardtops. You have a little bit of blistering. Also on the rubber that goes by the door, you have imperfections here, and on the rear section where the actual Corvette insignia or crest is with the checkered flag, one of the small components are broken. I mean, these are very minute things, but I want to tell you that so you know exactly what you're getting. If you guys are looking for a turnkey ride that has cold air conditioning, sounds fantastic, this is it. Passenger side condition is the same as the driver's side. Your Carfax is clean, and the overall fit and finish is very nice. You do have your Z06 insignia here with the 405 horsepower badging. You also have updated shocks, so I want you guys to click on the link below to see underside shots. It's very, very clean, and once again, on Wheelers Dealers, which is like, I love that show.
The word Corvette resonates with an entire nation. It is as American as America.
Rear end is very nice. Your wheels have minor curb rash or marking marks, but overall, very good condition. Your brake calipers have been painted in red and they look great. And you have your signature Z06 rear brake valence right there. The lights are all in good shape, and the fiberglass and plastic, great. Let's pop the headlights. It's been modified so you have the lazy eye setup with the halo and projectors. You also have heads-up display which functions, and we'll showcase that later. Front bumper is in very nice shape. The hood condition's very nice, just minor rock chips based on mileage, but overall, very beautiful. You have the signature Z06 grills, and underneath, nice and clean, just minor rubs on some of the brackets right here, but that's normal because this car is so low. Let me pop the hood really quick and we'll show you that beautiful Z06 engine. Taking a look under the hood, I'm gonna look at all the plastics first. So all of our plastics are in very nice condition. Your 5.7 liter valve cover plastics are in excellent shape. All of your braided lines, your master cylinder, your alternator, very detailed. Also has a cold air intake, which is gonna sound fantastic. This is a 5.7 liter that produces 405 horsepower, and it's rode through a 6-speed transmission, and I can't wait to drive it. The rear end of this Corvette is in great shape. No cracking on the rear bumper. Your trunk itself is in very nice condition. Rear glass is nice. This vehicle does have tint, but the tint is in great shape, so I want you guys to look at the gallery and see that. You do have your quad exhaust out the rear. One set of cats has been deleted, so it sounds fantastic, and you're gonna see that later on if you continue on with this video. Looking underneath it, very nice and detailed. Tires have plenty of meat on them, so we're gonna see how this thing does in regards to acceleration later on. I'm gonna pop the trunk right now. Let's open this up. Shocks still operate. Fiberglass condition's very nice. You could tell that this was a taken care of vehicle. You have this for car shows, which I love, and it's actually the featured on Wheelers Dealers because if you're a car guy, you know who these guys are. The actual airbag on the passenger side's been signed, and I love that. You do have your tire pump. You have some additional components here that are included with the sale, and carpet condition is very nice. We'll have photos of everything that you're seeing in this video in the gallery. Let's close this and look inside. Looking at the interior, it's very nice. It shows 98,000 miles, but looking at the buttons, the air condition controls, the shifter, the center console, it does not show that mileage. It shows like it was very well taken care of. All of your plastics or your rubber coating on all the gauge controls, very nice. The actual controls on your driver's side door, same condition. You can actually read everything still. Normally, if someone doesn't take care of a Corvette like this, you're gonna have wear on these buttons. The only thing I see is the armrest for your left arm has a little bit of wear because that is a common position for driving. The steering wheel's in great shape with no real issues. I don't see any rips or tears, just a small little imperfection on the top of the leather, which is common. Center section, so when we put the ignition in and turn the lights on, the gauges are working, or the illumination is working for the radio. Looking at the passenger side in a dash condition, it's extremely nice. You have the signatures here, and then remember, technically has a cup holder, but if you put a cup here, it's gonna fall. So the aftermarket cup holders are a great touch. You have your active handling control right here as well. Your short throw shifter, the emergency brake works, and the center console is very nice. We also have the books with the vehicle. Let's fire this thing off and go for a test drive. Whoa! All right, we're taking out the Corvette for a spin. Clutch feels great. It still has the cogs, so it's gonna tell you to shift on the screen from first to fourth for fuel efficiency because this gets fantastic fuel mileage on the highway. Your lights operate and they look fantastic. We've gone over that earlier. AC is working. I have the AC on and I have the windows down so you guys can hear the exhaust. The only thing I noticed is the AC screen, the LED, is not operating. Transmission feels great. Third gear. Fourth, no slippage from the clutch. Downshifts are easy. I love the shifter. It's weighted and it feels really good. No funny sounds from the suspension. Suspension feels tight. Downshifting is easy. This is a perfect turnkey weekend warrior. 98,000 miles, all the gauges are operating, temperature is good, oil pressure is fantastic. It's at almost 40 pounds at full operating temperature. No foul odors. Clutch has no chattering. Second gear. Third gear. Nice and smooth. Fourth. Let's go into fifth. Remember, the top speed was limited to, I think, 165, but the speedometer goes to 200. So you can mess with that if you tune it. Let's go into sixth gear. Sixth gear, no slippage. Back into fourth. No synchro issues. This would be, I had a Cadillac CTS-V, which was a 2004, had the same motor. And I love the fuel economy and how it drove. Essentially, it was a baby Cadillac Corvette Z06, which is exactly what this is. This is much lighter, better suspension setup, etc. We'll leave the active handling on for this. We're not here to beat up the car. All right, let's test out the acceleration. Here we go. Braking is even. No pulling. And it sounds fantastic. Listen to those burbles. This is why these cars are appreciating in value. These hold value, they drive fantastic. And if you guys are looking for a turnkey, famous Z06, look no further, 954-363-2261. What a fantastic ride. We're gonna go over our signature bumps so you can see how the suspension reacts, and then you can decide if you wanna put this in your garage. The sound it makes at high RPM, glorious. Taking the corner here, we'll put the lights back on for going under the bridge. Here comes the first set of bumps. And then there's a big dip right here. Nice and tight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out of here. Oh, the heads-up display makes it even better. No, officer, I didn't know I was speeding. Sir, you have heads-up display in your face. Officer, I'm blind.